one chance. You will never regret the things that we'll do. 'Cause I wanna try.
Okay, hey everybody, my name's Josh, and I am a Subaru Outback XT owner for approximately 1 year now. I wanted to make a video for you guys on my paddle shifter retrofit that I just completed last night. So as you can probably see here in the video, hopefully my screen just went to, yep, there we go. As you can see, I retrofitted some paddle shifters to my 2005 Outback XT. As if you're watching this video, as you should know, the 05 to 07s didn't have this option, and it wasn't until after they did the facelift that this was an eligible option to purchase with your vehicle. So originally the shifter, they wouldn't really be paddles, they'd be shifter buttons, were where I upgraded, and let me pull my light out. So I upgraded to some 2013 STI steering controls, along with a full steering wheel. So this is the audio control side, and then this is the cruise control side. And I don't know if you see that, there you go. So cruise, audio controls, there's some phone controls down there, and then up here are the shifter paddles. So that's downshift, and that's upshift. So when I started out on my research into getting this task accomplished, there wasn't too much on YouTube on how to do it, and specifically how to do it right. So I'm going to step out of the car for a second and show you something. So it took me a lot of swapping of parts to be able to get this steering column cover to line up properly. And I don't know if you can see, but the seam is pretty well lined up, and it's that way on both sides. Same way on this side. The seam on between the two shell halves lines up pretty well. And I'm sorry about the light, it's pretty dark in here. I'm in my garage and it's later in the afternoon, so there's not a lot of light, but yeah, so it took me a 2008 plus steering column with the telescoping feature on it. It took obviously the new 2008 plus, or the newer 2008 plus column covers. Let's see, I had to get a new kick panel right here for a 2008 plus, so that my steering column would be able to tilt and telescope properly. So let me get down under here, maybe you can see it a little bit better. Under here, the difference between the 2005, 2007, and then 2008 plus is this right here. This opening in the kick panel is wider and it's deeper on the 2008 plus. The other thing I did, and this is another reason I wanted to upgrade to the telescoping steering column, is I wanted the 2008 plus lever, because that's the lever that actually fits. with the column covers, and I didn't want to do any cutting. So in order to do that, I had to pull out the entire dashboard, which started pretty much right here at the kick panel, and the center console had to come out, the other side of the lower dash, the stereo, and then I was able to undo some screws deeper underneath the dash, undo some harness points, and I was able to pull the dash completely out. And the reason I had to do that is because in order to get the 2008 steering column in and not have to do a bunch of modifying to the steering column mounting bracket, I decided to just go ahead and put in a beam, a new dash beam from 2008 Plus. So that's what it took to really get this thing to fit nicely. I'm going to pause the video now and reposition the camera, because I'm going to drop the clamshell or the column cover next and show you a little bit of the wiring. Okay, so I'm back. I'm just going to drop this column cover. There's a screw right in the center of this cover, and you're going to want to unscrew that. That'll come out. It's in the same spot as the 2005-2007 cover. You're going to want to drop the lever, and the lever is kind of okay. So next you're gonna remove the column cover. It's a little finicky because it likes to stick. Column covers out. Okay. So the wiring that I did consisted of, I don't know if you can see those 3 soldered wires right here. So the middle wire, make sure I have the right wire here. Yeah, so the middle wire, or the black wire right here, is the ground wire. And then there's a blue wire, and I don't know if you can see it, but there's a yellow wire. So what I did is I took 18 gauge wire and I ran it down, all the way down to back here, and I will drop the kick panel and be right back. Okay, and I'm back. So right here is your 2005-2007 style B68 connector. There's 3 wires that I had to cut in order to splice these 3 wires, these red wires that I kind of made into a harness, and I brought them all the way down, and of course I taped them up, but here's where they end. I know you can't really see it very well, but there's 3 wires right here, and they're tapped into the 8 pin right here, which is black and yellow, and that's the ground. And the 7 pin, let's see if I can get better light on here. So the 7 pin right here is a light blue, and then also the 2 pin, which is a violet color. So I don't know if those colors are really going to come out very well in the camera, but I had to cut those and splice that red wire into those. Now, as far as between violet and blue, which one's up and down, I actually got that wrong in my notes when I was doing the install. So originally I had hooked them up, and when I was trying to shift down, I was shifting up, and when I was trying to shift up, I was shifting down. So that's why it's important not to do any soldering until you've tested it, and that's what I did. I just put it in drive real quick after I had kind of braided the two wires to get, or the three wires to the respective wires on the B68 connector, and then tested it out. Found out that I had a discrepancy. It was the up and down wires, so the violet and the light blue were backwards. So you're gonna need to do your own research on that. I don't know if I got it wrong on the paddle shifter side or if I got it wrong on the B68 side, so I'm not gonna venture to take a guess. And it's just those three wires on that B68 connector, and that is a that's an 8-pin, I believe. Yeah, it's an 8-pin. So the way that you would, in order to cut the right wires, what you do is, because this one is female, you're going to start on the left. Start on the left and count 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 on the left, 5, 6, there's no pin in 6, at least for me, 7, and 8. So 8 is the bottom right corner, 1 is the top left. So you're going to go left to right, that'll get you your correct pins. I know you can't really see it very well, but that's how you cut the right pins. The other ones that are on here, I'm still waiting to cut. There's the horn wire and cruise control wires. I haven't gotten around to that yet, simply because I'm waiting on some solder seals, and I'm not going to be doing any more soldering with the soldering iron under this dash, just because it's a pain. So that's pretty much all there is to installing paddle shifters. If you look back here, this is the 2008 steering column. This section right here is a lot different with the lever and the adjustment. So one of the cool things about the 2008 Plus is that it telescopes in and out, and that's actually something that that you really need to have with, because this right here, this is the ignition switch, and this older style ignition switch in the furthest in position prevents the lever from locking all the way. So yeah, that's my video.